What's going on, y'all? If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I love me some Knipex, and I'm especially fond of the Cobra pliers. I carry the 8701 150s with me every single day, and I've had those things for nearly 5 years now, and they're great. I can't say enough good things about them. So when Knipex comes out with something new, I got to check it out, especially when it's something really different like this 8700 100. So I guess we can break down what that's all about. As you can see, you got your 86 is going to be your alligators. So it's got the regular little slots like your old channel lock 440s. Doesn't have the locking mechanism. So that 87 is going to be your push button style, your Cobra pliers instead of your alligators. But this thing's going to be a little different on your 8700. Um, it has the same where you got the forward jaw is inside the back jaw, which is a way better design than just your standard, kind of industry standard channel lock or any other kind of water pump adjustable plier, whatever you want to call them, where it's that two piece. And man, I'd never realized how much that sucks until you get a hold of some Knipex. You get the good ones. But yeah, it's got that same, I call it a three-piece design. It's a two-piece. It's kind of boxed in or whatever. So man, they're way sturdier. It doesn't pinch, just kind of like these. Even if you adjust it all the way down, it's not going to pinch your finger. But like I said, it's got a special kind of deal there, so it's not a push button. The design they got that from is one of the VDE, the high voltage, 1,000-volt rated pliers. I guess the idea being you can adjust that and then it'll slide back up to the workpiece. So you never have to touch, the push button or anything up on the actual jaw with the electrical, if you're working on something that's live, I guess, which, man, I wouldn't see why you'd be putting channel locks on something live. But then again, you're a lineman, you work on switch gear, you're an electrician, industrial electrician, it may happen. But yeah, it's got that jaw just like that, which and this is what the jaws are rated for. It's 1 inch. So that's what the maximum that it'll open. And just kind of checking what I normally use the 8701 150s on is like when these caps on your regular service valves and everything are too tight, it'll barely get on those. I use these to pull the one off my personal system just for a size kind of comparison, and it'll get on one of the corners and then get on one of the flats, as you can see right there. So in a pinch, if you're carrying this little bad boy in your pocket, you're doing AC work, you could get that off there. You're not going to have a ton of leverage because you got that 100 millimeter handle on there. But it is a pretty cool handle. That's where we get to our 00. It's an 87, meaning it's a Cobra, but you got these, it's like got the knurling on there, which it's kind of cooler than your normal plastic dip handles on there, because it has Cobra in there. It's got the knurling. And on this side, made in Germany, because man, there's no room for it anywhere else. You got Knipex on there. And see, even on the part number, just says 87-100. It doesn't have room for the 00. These guys are really tiny, but they're pretty darn cool. I mean, you can get obviously stuff like when someone puts these caps on, like they're really angry at them, you can pull those guys off of there. But I don't know. I may have to test drive these bad boys. I wanted to make a video with them before I took them out in the field. But yeah, man, I may have to look how big or look how small they look just compared to the little guys. You got the 8701 150s, that's your 6-inch. These are your 5-inch, and these are going to be the 4-inch. Then, of course, you can see is for comparison, you go all the way up to the 12s. I carry these guys, I carry one of my big bag. I don't use them as much. I use them in lieu of a pipe wrench. The alligators, I like these because they're just a little bit thinner without that push button. I'll use these on like my motor, like the stubborn motor hub, kind of my pullers, and I'll keep that with that stuff for my motor bag. These little guys, I keep this with like plumbing stuff because I don't want them to, if they get wet, they stay in water. My little plumbing tote, these will stay in there because it's got that chrome finish on them. That's specifically why I ordered them one day when they're on sale. These bad boys ride in my pocket. I need to make a 5-year follow-up on my 8701 150s. but man, they've held up really good. And then these ones I don't use a ton. They usually sit up here on my workbench on the magnet. They don't get used a ton. I'm just used to carrying these. I'm sure these would be fine, but may have to carry these little guys around my pocket one week just to see what's up, see if they can hold up to their big brother there, which those are already pretty small, and these are literally in the name. See if it says on there. Get it where it's not glaring. There we go. Cobra XS for extra small, the 4-inch, 100 millimeter. And just for a size comparison, if you want to know what extra small is versus extra large, here's the extra large, the 300 mil, or no, 400 millimeter pliers wrenches, and it can just about fit the Cobra inside the little Cobra inside the jaw. So that's the size comparison on that bad boy right there. Anyway, those are fresh out of the package. I've been meaning to do a video since those suckers came out, and they've been sitting there in that little box on my desk, and I've been slacking. So anyway, guys, that's the latest, and not really greatest, but latest and smallest of the Knipex family. Like and subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Later.